In this video, I'm going to explain a little bit more about how we're going to submit assignments. And so as the page you just read says, the vast majority of our assignments are going to be turned in digitally here on Canvas. Maybe some are going to be pen and paper submissions, but for the most part, especially the regular chapter assignments, they're all going to be turned in online, which makes things a lot easier. So I just want to get you a little intro on how to do that. So you're looking here at Unit 2's page, which actually won't be visible until we get to Unit 2. But notice you've got the summary and the discussion. So just like the previous unit, everything's going to look familiar. You've got reading guide for Module 22 from Chapter 7 and so on. So let's say you've done all of Chapter 7's work and the reading guides, and it's time to turn in your reading guides. So you click on the little icon, and you turn it in. And so this is what it's going to look like for you. I got a little note. Sometimes I have a little more detail, but for this one, it just says use this Dropbox to submit reading guides for Chapter 7. And so a little note about what those are. You need to turn in Module 22, Module 23, and then Module 30, Part 2, and I'll explain what's going on there when we get to it. And so you click on this green Submit Assignment button, and you've got some options here for how you upload it. The easiest one is going to be through Google Drive. Now there's two of these, and I don't know why it gets a little messed up why we have two, but one of these two is going to link up to your student Google Drive through the school, and so it makes it really easy. You would just click on your Google Drive, and you might have to wait a little bit for it to launch up. Oh, I can't do it while I'm pretending to be a student. Anyway, you would have access to your Google Drive here. You can select the document and you can upload it. And it's that straightforward. You just want to make sure to click on whatever the assignment is to turn it in. So you wouldn't want to turn in a lab in the Chapter 7 Reading Guides Dropbox because that's not where it's going to be graded. What I can do here is I can grade it. I can give you feedback, and then there's going to be grades on this Canvas page, but you really don't want to look at these because this isn't your class grade, because like tests and things aren't going to go in this particular grade book. So just kind of be aware of that. The grade here is irrelevant really to your grade itself, except it keeps track of what your grades were for various assignments. And so that's how you turn all that in. So going back, one thing that I just want to mention now is that sometimes it feels like, that reading guide is a lot of work, but in reality here, what we're asking you to do, so I'll go ahead and click on, say, Module 22, and we'll make a copy, just like we did in the previous assignment. And, so here they are. And so for this particular module, there's 1, 2, 3 learning goals, and that's going to take over the course of several days. So like your homework, you only really need to do like one of these per night. It's not like you're doing all of this every night. So we're going to be working on Module 22 for about 3 days, maybe 2.5 or so. But over 2.5 days, you need to answer 3 questions and do this. So if you're really willing to do 10 to 15 minutes per night, maybe a little bit more, that covers most of your work for this class. So even though it kind of feels like a lot, really it just adds up. And so that's why I recommended in a previous video, you should really do these assignments as they're assigned for preparation and not leave a whole reading guide to do till the night before the test, because then it becomes a lot and it feels like a lot. But that's up to you. You're an AP student, and so you need to regulate that for yourself. So whenever we have an assignment, to get back to the theme of the video here, whenever we have an assignment, you will have a place to turn it in. Like here, this albatross or bolus dissection that we'll do later, you've got a lab handout, and then you've also got the assignment Dropbox. So I'll try to provide the links as clearly as possible. And I think that's about it, and I hope that was helpful.